Welcome, personal governors. This is your host, JP.WATKINS. And today, we're going to kind of unpack, we're going to really simplify what is personal governance, because I get that from time to time. You know, they're like, what's personal governance? Well, personal gov is short for personal governance. But we're going to unpack it very, very simplify it. The key part of personal governance is governing your actions and your attitude. Well, how do you do that? How do I govern my actions and my attitude? The key thing is being responsible for the things you can do. So for instance, like myself, I struggle with my weight right now. You know, down 50 pounds, still got another 50, 60 pounds to go, right? So that's a struggle. But who can govern that? You know, it don't matter what Donald Trump do in the White House. If I don't monitor my activity in my mouth and my calorie intake, I'm going to be overweight. So I have to govern that. I'm responsible for my actions. I'm responsible for my attitude. Oh man, I can't do nothing. You know, I live in a food desert. I can't eat this. I can't afford organic food. See what I'm saying? I got to govern that. Yeah. Are there some issues when it comes to affordability? Yeah. But guess what? A lot of times we can't afford good food, but we can afford good medicine. So it's a mindset, right? So being responsible for the things that you can do, that's one of the key things. And that's where I put a lot of the emphasis on, right? Because that's going to empower you. When you say, you know what? I can lose weight. You're going to feel power. You know what? I can stop procrastinating. That's going to empower you. You know what? I can skill up and scale up. That's going to make you feel empowered, right? So that's the one half of personal governance. It's about responsibility, about doing absolutely everything you can to improve your life and to improve your lot. Now on the other side, because some people say, well, man, it ain't like hey, I got some kind of disease. You know, I'm disabled. I can't go out and do this. I can't just walk to work. I can't even get out of my bed. And guess what? I work in healthcare. So you're very right. So trust me, I've worked with people that got MS, got muscular dystrophy. I've worked with triple amputees, people don't have no legs and missing an arm. I get it. Some people can't strap up their bootstraps because they don't even have feet to put their boots in, literally. But I do know that this is a smaller case. This is not everybody. I do know that there are real mental health issues. Yes, there are people that scamming the system. And if you scamming the system, you know. But that goes back to the whole personal governance piece, right? Being responsible. You know if you really got, an issue or not. Okay? So, that's how do you respond? How do I respond to the circumstances that's bigger than me? That's where you got to have your faith. That's where you got to operate in faith. You know, what happens when you find out your mom got terminal cancer? Your dad got terminal cancer. I lost my dad earlier this year to terminal cancer. So once again, this is just not something I read about. It's not some willy-nilliness. This is real life, real things, real matters. So I couldn't change my dad's faith. I couldn't change his cancer condition. I could change the way I respond to it. Now I could say, you know what, I'm losing my dad. That's it. I just don't want to come out. I'm going to sit here. I'm going to medicate myself with food. And I'm going to sit, eat, and I'm going to be 440 pounds. And I'm going to let my blood pressure soar up to 200 over 200. 210 over 200. And I'm going to sit here and eat myself to death and commit suicide. See, even though I could not change that situation with my dad, I could change the way I respond to it. Sometimes you may be at work and you say, hey, how can I help you today? You can start by kissing the pink parts of my black behind. And you can't handle how that person came at you, but you can handle how you respond to it. Maybe an officer pulled you over, called you out your name, called you some nasty words. You ain't got no power over that officer. You do have power over how you respond to that officer. And now people say, well, no, I ain't going to hold my mouth. Hey, it's your choice. But if you want to know what personal governance is, that's the key thing. Hey, if somebody cheat on you, you can't stop them from cheating. You can handle how you respond. Hey, you know what? You're being unfaithful. And my response is to take myself out of this situation. I'm not going to deal with infidelity. You're dealing with a chick that's messy and loud and hostile. Hey, you know what? I can't make you handle yourself and carry yourself decently. I can't make you not be messy and loud. But I guess what? I can take myself out of that situation to where I'm not going to deal with you like that. If you're going to get loud and cause me and put my life at risk, put my freedom at risk, put my job at risk because you want to come up to the job and bust my car and cuss the boss out and do all this other messy stuff, I don't have no control over you. I got control over how I respond to you. This is the key thing, personal governance. A, being responsible for the things that you can change, the things that you do have power to do something about. And B, handling how you respond to situations that's bigger than yourself. So even if you are faced with some kind of health crisis, are you just going to crumble and give up? You know what? I'm just going to drink and drug. Hey, I got terminal cancer. I'm just going to drink alcohol all day. Hey, I found out I got MS. I'm just going to lay around and be a total butthole to everybody else. Like that's going to help my health condition. I'm going to cut people off and I'm going to self-isolate and lock myself away, and I ain't going to let nobody help me. I ain't going to let nobody be there for me. Well, you are governing your attitude. You are governing your attitude. You are choosing to have that negative attitude. You are choosing to have a toxic attitude. But when you govern yourself, you say, you know what? Hey, I'm going to be loving to the end. I'm going to enjoy my family and friends to the end, regardless of I got cancer, MS, whatever. It's a choice. All right, that's my time for the day. In the meantime, persist, believe, and achieve.